tired. Hey,
Yeah, I'm tired also.
where have you been?
I just walked around. I'm finding someone and I cannot find him. And oh my gosh, I'm so tired. Yeah, I cannot just imagine without jeeps, without tricycles, and without all the cars.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Without transportation, it's really hard to travel around, go
Of course, I
places.
cannot imagine life without transportation.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
what are you thinking?
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I bet. You thinking what I'm thinking?
So the first form of transportation is walking. So back then when there were no such thing as cars or vehicles and animals that they ride on, our ancestors used to walk miles and miles to move from places to places. So that's how they move or that's how they trade things and stuff that they use. So first form is walking. Next is
Horses. So, as we all know, horses is a very efficient to use. Why? Because you just ride on it and then you just like click your click. I mean, like kick his belly, and then he will go or she will go, and you will just how do you call that? Yeah,
control the
control.
horse. And I know you know what we mean. So yeah, horses.
Horses.
So the third form of transportation next to horses is sailing boats. So they use sailing boats in rivers or in oceans if they have to move from islands to islands to to export stuffs and goods and other things that they use to live or to survive. So sailing boats is a boat propelled partly or entirely by sails smaller than sailing ships. So, yeah, sailing boats or balsa in Filipino is what they use to move through bodies of water. So, yeah.
So, let's now proceed to camels. As we all know, camels are mammals with long legs, a big lip, snout, and humpback. So, camels is also used for transportation during those days, Egyptian days, or like days of Jesus. It was used to transport from different villages or other country, and it also can have a what do you call it? Like he or she can bring bag or packages.
The baskets.
Yeah, baskets they carry. They can also manage to do it even it's so heavy.
So the fifth form of transportation, or the very first aerial transportation back then, is hot air balloon. So hot air balloon is lighter than aircraft, consisting of bags called envelope or which contains heated air. Suspended beneath it is a gondola or a wicker basket which carry passengers and a source of heat, in most cases an open flame. So yeah. You guys probably know what what hot air balloon looks like. So it's like, that's like what I have mentioned before, is the one with the big thingies. Yeah, big. The one with the balloon that is,
That blows with the use of fire
yeah, that is
and has a basket.
called
bottom.
the wicker basket,
Yeah.
which carries passengers. So it is the very first aerial transportation before. So it carries packages, also passengers if they like travel
Yeah.
far places. So yeah, it's the very first aerial transportation.
Do you know steamships?
Steamships. What are those?
That's our sixth tool for transportation. So steamships are often referred to as steamer is a vessel, typically ocean-faring and seaworthy, that is propelled by one or more steam engines. And The first steam ships came into practical usage during the early 1880s. However, there were exceptions that came before. So steamships usually use the prefix designations of PS or paddle steamer. You find it cool or maybe?
I don't know.
So, or SS for screw steamer, using a propeller or a screw. As a paddle steamer becomes less common, SS is assumed by many to stand for steamships. Ships powered by internal combustion engine use a prefix such as MV or motor vessel, so it's not correct to use SS for most modern vessels. So steamships, as we all know, it's a ship, so it also travels through water, and it can also travel to lots of places with the use of engine. So now proceed to our seventh transportation, that is.
So the second form of transportation is bicycle. So bicycle for human transport that have two wheels and require balancing by the rider date back to early 19th century. So the first means of transport making use of two wheels arranged consecutively, and thus the archetype of bicycle was the German tracing dating back to 1870s. So the term bicycle was first coined in France in 1860s. So before the before bicycle was invented, so there had been so many claims that the earliest comes from a sketch said to be from 1534 attributed to Giacomo Caprotti, a pupil of Leonardo da Vinci, and it said that it's just a form of art but not necessarily used as transport, because we used, or back then bikes were used only in 19th century, early 19th century. So the next form of transportation is,
So the eighth transportation tool is railway. So the Stockton and Darlington Railway, or the SNDR, was a railway company that opened in the northeast England from 1825 to 1863. So the second public railway is in England. They use steam locomotives, and its first line connected collieries near Shildon and Stockton-on-Tees and Darlington, and was officially opened on 27th September of 1825. So as we all know, railway is like a first way to use a train. Yeah, train. But first, the way they use it before is like through the use of what do you call that? Yeah, the thing that used
Forgot
to
the
move.
term.
Yeah, they used to move the railway. Or the other way to use a railway is with the use of
charcoal.
Yeah, charcoal and some horses.
So ninth form of transportation that is the most common to us is car. So car is a wheeled self-powered motor vehicle used for transportation and is a product of automotive industry. So in year 1886 rather, it is regarded as the birth year of modern cars. So in that year, German inventor Karl Benz built the Benz patent Motorwagen. So cars did not become commonly available until early 20th century. So one of the first cars that is accessible to the masses is the 1908 Model T that was invented or manufactured by the Ford Motor Company. So cars were rapidly adopted in the United States of America, but it took much longer to be accepted in the Western Europe and other parts of the world. So you guys probably noticed how the traffic are kind of spreading around here in the Philippines, especially in EDSA. Oh my gosh, the traffic there. And especially, car kind of represent what do you call this? The progression. If it is progression, I don't know. I'm not sure, but for me, it represents the the wealth, or the kind of living people are in now, because we can observe that the numbers of cars in the roads are kind of increasing slowly year by year. So I kind of say that it shows, or it depicts how wealthy Filipinos are becoming because they can afford cars, and especially the gases, where it kind of gets a little expensive daily, and the price is not constant. And yeah.
The last is airplane. So the Wright brothers, not the right, not the left, but the Wright brothers, W-R-I-G-H-T brothers, they are the first to invent it and flew the airplanes in 1903. So airplane, or the aeroplane, is a powered fixed wing aircraft that is propelled forward by thrust from a jet engine or propeller. Propeller, you know propeller, right? So airplanes come in a variety of sizes, shapes, and wing configuration. The broad spectrum of uses for airplanes includes recreation, transportation of goods and people, military, and research. So commercial aviation is a massive industry involving the flying of tens of thousands of passengers in the airlines.
To end this video, let's get back to the very first form of transportation: walking,
Horses,
sailing boats,
camels,
hot air balloons,
steamships,
bicycles,
railway,
cars, and
And-
lastly,
airplanes.
yes. And yeah, this is the end of this video. Please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and
Hope you like our video, and I hope you learn from it.
if you haven't watched other videos wherein our friends Franz and Ali discussed about the evolution of communication, we're gonna be leaving the link down in the description box, and let us know what you guys think. So yeah, bye.
That's all. Ciao!